Good morning. It's Tuesday. But for real though, it's like Thursday because tomorrow's our last day of school. Big excitement this morning. Big excitement. Look what I got. Eggs. Eggs Fast. It's not a very catchy name, Eggs Fast. And I've already done it. You boil the water. This is my cooking skills. And then you crack the egg in this thing right here, see? And then you boil it. Now, it doesn't say how long. Hi, Carmen. And then you don't have to peel the eggs. Very exciting. My kitchen. So we made sausage balls this morning, and my children, good morning. Hi, Kim and Carmen and Liz. They got them out of the oven, and Blair was eating one, and it was like raw sausage. She was like, it's good. I was like, it's like eating a half-dead pig. And she spit it out. There it is in the trash can with no bag. And then Thomas microwaved his. Then she said, it tastes like I'm eating blood. So then no one ate their sausage balls. And now we have about 10 bags in the oven that I'm sure no one will ever eat because they're grossed out. Now, I have driven to school today. Okay, right. We got ice problems in this house. My ice machine doesn't work, so you have to pour, mainly because my husband won't clean it out. Do you see this? Most things are his fault. When I got up today, all I could think about was that I wanted to go back to bed. Do y'all do that? I mean, really. Amos wouldn't get up. I was like, I'm just going to let him sleep and take him later. But then I was like, oh, God, that'll be bad. I've done that before. And then when you do that, you know what happens. And he's up in like 10 seconds. So I got up, got him to school. Been worrying sick about the bad behavior that darn speech therapist told me about. Riding a bike through Target this weekend. Your friend was riding a bike through Target. And she said, I'm living my best Adrienne Wood life. Yes! So awesome. It makes me so happy. And anyway, I didn't go back to bed. I watched the Today Show. Dropped off kids and now I'm on the couch. I know. God, so tired. I'm so lazy. And I'm hungry. Now, what has less sugar? Ginger ale or lemonade? Let's look. Ginger ale. Sugar. 35 grams. Is that a lot? Look at this. I'm reading labels. Sugar. 28 grams. Oh, but that's 8-ounce cup versus 12-ounce. So that's really 42 in the lemonade. 35 in the ginger ale. Let's check the Sunkist. Diet Coke. I don't have any Diet Coke. Let's see. Let's check the orange juice. Orange juice, okay. Orange juice has 35 in the whole bottle. Oh my God, y'all are all saying that's super high. Really? Okay, let's check this. Oh God, Sunkist has 44. What does Diet Coke have? None? LaCroix? I need LaCroix. Coke Zero? Go with water with lemon. I can't smoke and drink water with lemon. Yuck. I've been drinking water, but I just want to have a teeny weensy cigarette. I've drank coffee. I drink the coffee, and I only put like, where's my spoon? I don't even know where it's gone. Oh, well, it looks bigger than it is. I did not fill it up. The goal is to just drink water and not smoke, but I feel like smoking because because, I mean, I know I'm going to smoke a tiny bit this weekend with Vivian. Don't tell that she smokes a little bit. A Hershey bar. Yeah, but I bet a Hershey bar has more calories. And I don't like Hershey bars. Not all speech therapists get autism. I know, that really undid me. I mean, I'm such a baby. It really did. Because this morning, his teacher, you know, and then I love his teacher. She said, you know, he just has so much spontaneous speech. Diet ginger ale. Buy coconut pineapple. Oh, well, that's a good idea. All these are good ideas, but right now I have nothing but ginger ale. Latch on my door. Anyway, behavior really did like do me in. I'm still done in today. Then I yelled at my whole family because that's what I do when I'm done in. I bitch them out. And then they all got mad at me. I'm being blinded. Ah, that's better. Buy coconut pineapple flavor. That's a good idea. I'm going to go on a walk. This is my prep. And then I was going to go weigh myself at that damn gym. But there are a bunch of people there. I can't even put the phone up. I looked when, well, they might not be there anymore. The kicking comment was misplaced. But you know, if developmentally he's younger, let's just go with this. So he's more like a 2 or 3 year old. And I drive him in the car and he gets locked in a room and this woman is doing stuff he doesn't want her to. It's not really bad behavior to kick them. I mean, that's fairly like developmentally appropriate. Right? Anyway. The more I think about it, the badder I get. But we're going to move on from there. Now, today is Tuesday. And we might go to Richmond tomorrow and stay with my friend Lisa. Thank you, Lisa. Behavior equals communication. Yeah, I'm just so thankful that his teacher is nice. What if you had a teacher that was like that? Kill me. What I need to do is mow the grass. But then she kept apologizing for telling me he had bad behavior, which was even worse. Because then it's like she knows she's blaming me. It's not my fault. Y'all hear that bird? My son Thomas has that bird as his alarm clock. You don't make the boys mow the grass. You know, we haven't taught them how to mow the grass. Getting the mower started is a real problem. No, and that's not true, actually. Russell has mowed the front yard. Truthfully, we don't really usually have much grass. This is so rare. But I do need to do that. Are there any studies on children with Asperger's, or do they grow out of it? My dad would start the mower and I had to mow. That's a good idea. Actually, I like mowing the grass. Like, I think of it as exercise. I should do it in these stinky old tree thorns because they reek. Last night, I was convinced there was like a poopy diaper in the bathroom. And it was my shoes. It's disgusting. So yes, we might go to Richmond. If we go to Richmond, I was thinking about taking them to the Science Museum. I want to call Deer Valley today and see if I could get some free lift tickets for my son and husband. Those suckers are expensive. I guess I'll do that in a little while. What are y'all doing this morning? Nothing. Teachers are teaching. The geese are flying. Look. Can you see them? Ah, look at there. Work. Liz is working. Not feeling work today. I'm sure I have an article due for Carolina Parent. I don't do well with deadlines. I just want to sit out here in sun. I didn't get enough sun last week. Stay clear of downtown Richmond unless you want to be in the middle of the governor's protest. Ooh, the governor's protest. That's an exciting story. Rome, you're going to Rome in a week? Damn, I'm on my prep time at school, working and listening to you. Are you prepping? Lori, why is your son in the hospital? Oh, that's going to worry me. Trying to figure out something to do outside this afternoon. Yes, I think the playground is a good idea. My son Thomas has a basketball game. And last week at the basketball game, there was evidently a fight. But I don't think between the players. Maybe the parents. Lori, I'm still waiting to hear from you. Prepping for photography classes. In Virginia, the governor, a picture came out of him taking my 85-year-old dad to get a blood test. It is glamorous. In the Virginia governor, a picture came out that was from his medical school yearbook, which I didn't know they did yearbooks in medical school. What a waste. A picture of a person in a Ku Klux Klan outfit, and then the other person was in blackface. So he immediately came out and said, I'm really sorry that I used bad judgment, blah, 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 blah. But he didn't say who he was in the picture. Well, then, bye, Katie. Have a good day. And then he came out 2 days later and said, actually, I wasn't in that picture. I just responded so quickly because it was so bad. But I remember now, that wasn't me. Now, if somebody came up with a picture of me like that, wouldn't your first inclination be that wasn't me? You wouldn't apologize and be like, oh, dude, that wasn't me. Anyway. So I don't know what he's going to do. And should he resign? I don't know these things. It was 30 years ago. Does it mean something? I have no idea. Hi, Angela. I do know that he accused the other person in the race of being racist, though. Lung transplant for my son, waiting or call time today. Lori, lots of prayers and love to you for your son. Lots and lots and lots. Lots. You would remember dressing like that. Yes, you would. His senior page, so Janie, it wasn't his medical school thing, it was his college one? Thank you, Angela. Stephanie. Lots and lots and lots. Last night I shared that post about the 13-year-old girl who had spent the night at a friend's house. And it had lots of shares and has had tons of comments. And this morning I was kind of reading through them. And one thing I thought was really interesting, 4th year resident page, was that people were like, well, where were the parents? You know, college had Coon Man as his nickname. Coon Man is his nickname. And I thought to myself, why are we so quick to blame the parents? Seriously. So if my 13-year-old has a friend over, I go out to dinner. Where are the parents? And so I commented on several of them. Maybe the parent went out to dinner. I mean, 13-year-olds don't need to be watched every second. They go to school. I mean, where are the parents is not the problem. I think social media is the big problem. We don't want to think it could happen to us. Yes. What could that mother have done? It sounds like she did right much to me that was right. She didn't know who the friend had been talking to on social media. I don't know what you could do about that necessarily, really. She said you could ask the other parents. Kids sneak out. Yes, and she was 12, though. I do think you could have a conversation with, my 12-year-old, I don't know. Maybe it could be tricked, but about not getting in the car with people that you don't know. But let's be honest. Let's just be real honest. And I was thinking about writing this, but I didn't know if I felt like it. So when I was about 14, I remember I wanted to go to this bar. It was like I'm going to a stop smoking class. Well, I'm about to have the last cigarette, so that's going to end it for me for a couple days at least. I remember wanting to go to this bar called Reflections. It was in Rocky Mount, and it was like for preteens. And my mother would not. Well, she was going to let me go. And then my big brother, like totally, look at these eggs. So exciting. My brother told her that people smoked pot there. I mean, talk about a way to ruin my life. I mean, I was crying. Oh, he's making that up. People don't smoke pot at Reflections. Well, I didn't know. I hadn't been to Reflections. Good morning, Kate. Hi, Melissa. Melissa, I've been thinking about you a lot. Your doctor's appointment sounded like it was a lot to take in yesterday. Melissa's son, they were talking to her about different sensory issues, and she said she felt like she just wanted to bolt. Melissa, I feel like that's so often. It's probably why I have avoided doctor's appointments with Amos recently. It is so depressing. I don't know why. He's perfectly fine in my mind, but when you go to a doctor's appointment, you're just reminded of how they don't meet every requirement that they're supposed to. It really is sort of depressing. Communication is key. Be present. Okay, yes. So, when I was 14, we went to Mexico on a high school trip. You know what, a boarding school, 14. And my parents were there. And we met on the plane this guy named Peony and somebody else. I think my friend and Natasha and I. So we were 14. We weren't 15 yet. Were we? Maybe we were 15. I don't know. But they were at least 20. Met them on the plane. Got to our resort. I mean, I'm just being honest. And they came and picked us up. We thought they were so cute. So if somebody had said to us, watch out for sex traffickers, or we've been like, you crazy. Aren't sex traffickers? They're our friends. So I think you have to come at it from that standpoint. So if we talk to kids about sex trafficking, they don't feel like it's like that. I mean, just coming from personal experience. And my friend and Natasha and I talked about this about a month ago. So it's really interesting. And even then you will say you then not have the perfect child. Yes, no matter what you do. So as a child who was a pretty good kid, I could have gotten in a heap of trouble. And would it have been my parents' fault? What could they have said to make me not do that? And they couldn't keep me from meeting people that sat beside me on a plane. Anyway, I just think it's an interesting discussion to blame the parents. Because as parents, we want to know what we can do to have that not happen. My friend Devin was calling me. I have to call her right back. Anyway, it's interesting. Interesting convo. Okay, Tuesday. I'm going to go pack for my son's ski trip. And I might go wallow and lay in the bed a little while. I know. I'm just feeling a little tired today. People working in my parking lot. The weather is so nice, though. Maybe I'll cut the grass after I have a rest. And I'm going to exercise. It's a lot to do. And I'm going to go weigh myself at that gym, but I don't want there to be a bunch of people in there. I think I'll go tonight, about 8. And then the next time I'll weigh myself in the morning, and then it'll look like I lost weight. Yeah. Mama is always to blame. I know. And it doesn't matter when, like the little boy that went missing in New Bern, that little Maddox, that ended up drowning that had autism. I mean, we're so quick to blame the parents. And I think most parents are really trying to do a pretty good job. I am. but I mean, I ain't perfect. Anyway, I'm gonna think about that a little more, maybe write about it. Carry on, people. What's about the lady from Edenton that's missing? Ellen, I saw that. I don't know if it's a lady or a child, but I was thinking about sharing it. And then I started reading the comments, and this one person was like, she's not missing. I talked to her yesterday. So maybe she's hiding, not missing. I don't know. I'll look into that a little more this morning. I could send the police chief a message. I like him. I'm very curious. 74 in February. And all I want is a snowflake. Carry on, people.